what I'm talking about. Smells like me. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, there is a guy over there. Oh, this is so fucking awkward. Okay, well, we're all synced up. Oh, goodness, this is so cringe. Oh, God, this guy's recording. Oh, fuck. Well, I'm gonna have to get used to this. This is what I'm doing. This is, okay. Alright, well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. This is I Don't Want to Be a Piece of Shit with me, your host, Carter Doherty. We are in a public park and made eye contact with a guy. That was a little awkward. So, if you're a regular listener, you know I failed today. This podcast is not up at the beginning of the day. It's already after I was supposed to post. I posted 9 a.m. Chicago time every Monday, and I missed this week. And also my fucking goal I said in the last episode was to record every 10 minutes every day. Clearly didn't do that. It's like way past that point. Yeah, I failed in a lot of aspects. I'm freaking stressed out right now, right? Oh my God. Why did I do this to myself? Why did I go to a public park where people are gonna be walking? Should have went somewhere where nobody fucking is. This is so I hate myself right now. Oh my God. Okay. I gotta make this podcast at least somewhat enjoyable to listen to. I don't know why anybody listens to this. I don't think not many people do. But I appreciate you if you do. Thank you so much for listening. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to make this a good podcast. I know it's not, because I've only been doing it for this is episode 13. All right. I'm organized starting now. I wrote everything down. You know what? We're going to the notes. We're doing that because being in public is making me a little bit nervous. I'm having a little bit of social anxiety that somebody's going to hear what I'm talking about. I talk about jacking off for half this fucking podcast, so I should have a little bit of hesitation yelling in public. Oh, man. Please don't come near me. All right. Yes, I have failed. I am doing bad in a lot of aspects. I'm not fucking meditating. I'm not, you know what? I'm doing bad in a lot of aspects. I'm off running a little bit. My diet's in the fucking wazoo. I'm eating burgers most days. I love burgers, dude. I am chowing. I'm eating a burger almost every day. And let me tell you, smash burgers, A1. McDonald's, it's hard to beat McDonald's. I can't lie. But I got to get the food back in order. And if you've been up with the pod lore, the road trip has started. So I got to get my diet in check if I want to eat well. But life is up. I'm making gains in the weight room. Fucking lifting like a motherfucker. All right, I'm not gonna talk. I'm gonna talk how I actually talk. I'm just like freaking out because I'm nervous. I'm scared. But I'm up. Comedy is going insanely good right now. It's I'm in Cincinnati right now. I just did my show at Motor last night. If anybody that is listening to this came to that, thank you so much. It was a great show. There was people in the audience. I don't know. It was 20-something, I think, in a room that probably shouldn't have had much more than that. And I had some great comics on. It was so much fun. And then this week, I'm doing Wednesday in Oxford. If anybody that listens lives in Oxford, Ohio, I doubt that. Thursday, I'm in Indianapolis, actually Noblesville, but I'm doing a fun show, doing another 20 to 30 minute set, just closing out a show. So if you listen, you live near there, come to that. But comedy is going. I'm on the road constantly right now, and the sets are going good. I had so much fun in Columbus last weekend. I was in Cleveland during the week last week. and I just got to run a bunch of sets because fucking great news for the boy. If you also have been listening, you know finances are at a little bit of a stressor right now. But you know, I'm up right now. I just got this OnlyFans thing, and so that also kicks into gear. So I'm trying to not jack off, which I'm about to start an OnlyFans. I'm gonna do a lot of stuff for this podcast on there because I got a 10-minute recording, and I'm of my stand-up comedy, and then I'm gonna be an OnlyFans creator for a little bit after that. So buckle up, buckle up for some great content. But I'm super excited about that because that's going to help me financially. Really bad right now. It's huge. That's happening when I go back to Chicago. Really excited for that. But yeah, I'm on a road trip right now. I'm driving from city to city, doing comedy in each place, and crashing on couches when I can. Oh my god, I hate this. Why do I we're only 6 minutes into this podcast, and I already want to fucking stop because people are looking at me. Oh my god, oh my god. All right, social anxiety. We're over it. We're over it. We're going to have to do this every fucking day. Not every day. Not every day. I'm not going to do a podcast every day. But I am going to do a podcast on the road. I'm going to document the fucking shit that I'm doing. This is so gay. Can they look from the other side, please? Can they look at the other side? Can they look at the other side? Oh my god. Okay. So, I'm going to start whispering. I'm sorry I'm whispering, but I don't want them to hear what I'm talking about. Okay, so the shows are going good. I'm running my 10 minutes like a motherfucker right now. I'm trying to get it so tight as hell, and it's a good distraction because I am failing on all my other aspects right now. Why they know I'm uncomfortable. They know it. They know I'm uncomfortable. Please turn away. Please. Okay. So I'm getting it tight. I'm getting it crisp. Can they look another direction, please? Are they mad at me? Are they mad at me for doing what I'm doing? No, they're pointing at random shit. Okay. Is this even a podcast? All right. So my 10 minutes is tight, and I'm pumped on it. But yeah, to start this road trip, I was in Cleveland last week because I moved all my shit into my mom's basement. Actually, half my shit. The other half is still in a storage unit in Chicago. But yeah, if you know about my living situation before, I moved out with my ex, who became kind of my partner again. And when we had discussed it before, that was supposed to be the breakup day. But that honestly, that conversation never came up during the move out. We had a nice time right before, and we've been texting and stuff. And like I said, I'm doing a show in Indianapolis where my ex went to, and I assume that I will see her. And this is probably way too personal to talk about on a podcast, but this is the most personal podcast of all time. Probably not of all time, but I do get pretty in there for this. And I don't know what that conversation is going to look like, but I think that's honestly one of the biggest stressors that I'm having right now is the relationship stuff, the fucking going on a road trip, and I kind of like pushed it all. I never prepared when I was moving. I just kind of like I pretended like it wasn't happening, and then I kind of got hit over the head with a hammer on the day that it happened. I got pretty emotional about it, and I think just it was crazy for me to set all the goals that I've been setting for myself. I'm taking it a little bit easier. That's the title of the episode. I'm taking it easy. But I'm sorry for the lack of quality in this episode. I'm gonna be doing better, and I'm gonna have it a little bit more organized in the future. I appreciate the people that are listening, and maybe I'm being a little bit too hateful on myself, but I do think that this episode in specific is dog shit. But yeah, I'm in a little bit of a weird spot in life where I don't know where I'm at, And I think with all the bad habits, fucking jacking off like crazy, the weed smoking is on a next level. I am right now. I mean, it's pretty bad. Um, but you know what? It's actually not interfering with comedy like it has in the past, because I think I've built up such a tolerance. Like my sets have been going pretty great. Not great. Honestly, like my headline show, I wish I had done better. I have this feeling here, and I think it's because obviously I came up here. But I get so nervous when performing, and like they weren't even really watching, but I just like I have this like little brother attitude where I'm like they're I'm gonna eat shit because like, but I have like I don't know. I can't tap into this insane overconfidence that I sometimes have with stand up where I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill. Even though like I sometimes have more confidence and think I will do better than I do. But I'd rather have that than the nerves that I get that I got like on Sunday. So I'm trying to like just always figure out how to tap into the same mindset. And I feel like that's what being a comedian is like being able to perform the same and be the same guy no matter how you're feeling that day. And that's also kind of what I'm nervous about with this taping is getting this 10 minutes really crisp. Like it's a pretty stressful time. I mean, on Thursday I'm gonna go see my ex, and then on Monday is when I record. So it's like I'm not gonna have much time to not be so fucking sad, probably, or I don't know how I'll be feeling. I don't know what's gonna be talked about. Who knows? Who knows? Whatever. Good thing she doesn't listen to this. But you know what? Comedy, man. I've been writing like crazy, which I've been like not very productive with. There's a lot of like paperwork shit I gotta do. I gotta like do taxes and stuff for this OnlyFans recording, and I gotta like sit down at a coffee shop and actually like scan my ID and sign documents and shit like that. And I just keep pushing it off. And even though I'm being so not productive with that, with the comedy, I'm kind of writing quite a bit, and I think it's because life is moving, and it's what I was nervous about before, where I was like, I think I'm not writing because I feel like life's on such a pause, where I don't know where I'm at, and I still don't know where I'm at, although I have a little bit more of an idea. So I think it's a little bit easier to write when I'm like, this is what's happening. Before I was like, I didn't want to talk about anything because I was like, first of all, I didn't want my ex to come watch a show and then be like, what? That's what you're talking about right now? But now I can talk about it. And then, I've written I have this big problem, as you can probably tell from what I've talked about in the past, of just how much I jack off and all this other shit. My material is pretty hypersexual as well, and I'm pretty happy I've been pumping out jokes that I don't talk about anything like that, and that's pretty big for comedy, because I don't know, not everybody wants to hear about cum all the time, which is hard for me because that's all I write about sometimes. But I'm changing it. I'm making big changes. I'm making big changes myself, big changes that are happening to my life. I think that's I'm taking it easy on myself. Maybe big changes is the title of the episode. Maybe I stop worrying about the title of the episode and just keep talking. But big changes are coming, are happening to me. I mean, I kind of didn't prepare for this road trip. The plan was to take out the back seats of my car, put a platform in, put a cooler, all that shit. And I knew that I'm going back to Chicago, then I'm going back to my mom's place after that. And that's when I'm grabbing the rest of my shit and moving it in my mom's basement, and then really decking out my car and doing the like sleeping out in the mountains and shit like that, which I'm so excited for. It's big changes are happening to me, and I'm in a rut right now, but I think when life gets shaken up, you kind of have to roll with it. And so even though I'm in a rut, I think just by laws of nature, I got to be pulled out of it if I got to do all this shit. It's like it's hard to be depressed when you got to travel and you're hiking through beautiful mountains every day. I mean, I'm in a random park in Cincinnati, and I'm just outside. Uh, I got a place to stay, but I don't want to just chill out in somebody's living room all day. So I really am like living out of my car, like not sleeping in it right now, but I will be. Um, and I think this kind of lifestyle forces you to be on the go. And when you're depressed, the only thing that can get you out of it is go, go, go. And I'm not saying I'm like depressed. I'm pretty sad. But I'm in a good position. Not in a good state. I'm in a good position. I'm here, but I'm hitting a trampoline to really bounce back. More people coming, and they're taking. I hate how gay this is. What I'm doing. Oh, they're setting their shit down to like fucking sit there for a while. No. The levels on this episode are gonna be wild, and I am only 16 minutes in. I have had a pretty insane week just already. Like I said, I went home to Akron. I saw my family. I got to babysit my little sister, and already doing things like that kind of kept me from imploding essentially, and just wallowing the day away, just sitting in my room, just getting high. I had to babysit my sister, and I was babysitting my friend Jack, former guest on the pod, his kid, and little kids like that, interacting with them, you can't help but just being so stoked on life after. So it really is a little cure. I mean, I see why people, when they hate their lives, they have kids. It really, I get it. Because, man, my sister definitely lifted my spirits up. It's just so their logic is pure. Although sometimes they do frustrate you, but it is. I think it's the best to not have kids, but interact with like your little sister. That is a 3-year-old. I love that. I would hate to have to deal with her when she's like having a temper tantrum. That's where I'm like, once I know I'm mature and patient enough to be able to deal with something like that, maybe then I could think about ever having a kid. But up until that point, I can't really think like that. But it was a good thing. I really, with the move, I just threw my shit in my car. Didn't really pack up. I sold off as much furniture as I could. I threw away shit because it wouldn't fit in my car. And took one load to my storage unit that I got in Chicago, one load to my mom's house. And it's still just strewn about. I was planning on like organizing it more, but it's all messed up in my mom's basement. I'm a asshole kid for that. Sorry, Mom. I'll fix it. I promise. Ugh. Man, I'm so bad with promises lately. But I forgive myself because I'm stressed out. It's a hard time. And I attempted to take the back seat out of my car right before I left, but I waited until the last day before I was leaving to actually do it. And I was not strong enough with the ratchet wrench. So I hope when I go back, I'll be able to do it. It was starting to turn, and I looked it up online. I was doing the right thing, so I don't know. And I watched a lady do it, so maybe I'm just that weak, to be honest, which kind of sucks. But I was also hoping that I didn't ruin my stepdad's tools. That would have really sucked. So I honestly, I think it probably would have been nice had I already done that. And I was thinking about how these next 2 weeks I can't really cook for myself until I like start doing shit that I need to do in my car, because I want to put like a stove, and I say as in I don't know why I have weird speaking habits like that when I do this pod, because you don't know. How would you know? But I am putting a stove in the back of my car, and I want to cook myself little meals. My mom, she got me this food warmer that plugs into your little thing. Oh no, I was supposed to get a haircut. I was supposed to look beautiful, and it just got canceled. Ah, shit, I'm pissed off. Actually mad as hell. Whatever. Oh, that sucks. I was supposed to get for the taping to look sexy for the OnlyFans taping, so everybody would subscribe to watch me jack off. Maybe I do start monetizing this jacking off thing. Oh, oh man. All right, whatever. Back to the pod. This isn't going to be a long episode. I'm sorry for not having a long episode. I'll go more into the paint, more into the fucking weeds, into the thick of it in a few more eps. I need to make a little bit more closure with myself before I start really trying. It's hard, the same reason I'm talking about. It's hard to come out with. I need to stop saying. All right. The same reason it was hard to come out with jokes before is kind of, I don't know. I'm like making up my mind with comedy, but I don't want to like make up my mind with life. Yeah, if that makes sense. I guess for the podcast, I don't want to make up my mind yet. So I'm trying to. So I don't know how to talk about what my life is on the pod. I'm talking about it on stage because I can kind of lie up there. On the podcast, I can't really lie. So to keep it honest, I don't know what life is going to look like in a week. Maybe I still have a relationship. Maybe I don't. But I think I'm so excited because I have to be. So excited is what I'm going to say. I'm looking forward to what is going to happen because I think only good things if I keep doing the right things. I'm going to the gym quite a bit. The food is turning around. I do have such an addiction mindset with everything though, and my friend pointed out last night. I went and got burgers. Obviously, I fucking love burgers, and she was like, or not she. This is a dude friend. I just am looking at a lady talking right now. My dude friend. I was like, we got burgers, and afterwards I was like, let's go to Waffle House tonight then I had talked so much about how I'm turning my food around tomorrow, and he was like, that's a real addiction mindset to just want to get another food in because you're starting it all around tomorrow. And I'm like, that's how I always am. That's how I am with everything. I'm starting tomorrow, and I've talked about it in the past couple podcast episodes. I'm always like, I'm starting tomorrow, and because I can never do it now, and so that's. This podcast, I like dragged my ass on. I was gonna record it when I was in Appleton, Wisconsin, sleeping in my car up there. I was supposed to record this a week ago, and I was such a pussy about it. And that probably would have been a better episode, honestly, because I had a little bit more. I was a little bit more in touch with what I was dealing with. And I think right now I don't want to talk about anything because I don't want to jinx it, and it's fucking happening right now. Man, maybe this is a short episode. Maybe this is a little tune-in, little checkup. Maybe I have a guest on. I asked my buddy to do it. I'm in Chicago, so I'm gonna figure something out. Maybe I do another solo episode after I figure everything out and figure out if my life is way different or just slightly different. So I'm sorry for the short ep, and sorry this probably was the worst ep I've ever done, but thank you guys so much for listening to I Don't Want to Be a Piece of Shit. I've been Carter Doherty, and peace.